Hey everyone, a nerd named Mark here, and I'm doing something new today because it's been a bit since I've wanted to actually do any manga reviews. I have my manga shelf right here, which is full, uh, and oddly enough, a lot of my manga I get is like Toku inspired, Toku themed, or based on existing IPs. I got stuff like all 17 volumes of Ultraman. I've got, I just started getting into Infinity Force. I got Superwoman in Love, Ultra Kaiju, Kaiju number 8. I got the complete works from Kamen Rider. So I really like, not just Toku from a TV show standpoint. I do enjoy Toku inspired manga and other forms of media. And today I'm going to go over Go Go Loser Ranger from Negi Haruba. Sorry if I butchered the name. I'm bad with names. This is the creator of Quintessential Quintuplets, which I am also a fan of. Can't wait until December to get the manga set too, but I did watch the anime and I'm actually going to go see the movie because it is getting theatrical release. But the new manga he has written, really fitting that he named it Go Go Loser Ranger for the English release, whereas in Japan it's basically Ranger Reject. I'm really enjoying this. I just finished Volume 1. Volume 2 is coming out, I believe, the second week of December. I don't know which day, between the 11th and 13th or something like that. But I'm going to be going over Volume 1. I'm going to be avoiding spoilers for you guys because I really want you guys to check this out and read it for yourselves. Uh, this volume, let me just see really quick so I can look it up. This has 5 chapters in Volume 1. And so it's really fitting that it's called Go Go Loser Ranger. Being a fan of Power Rangers and Sentai and Toku in general, obviously Power Rangers big part of me growing up. I'm turning 37, so I was 6 or 7 when Power Rangers came out, and my favorite part of this is because out of all the other Toku Sentai inspired manga and comic stuff I've read over the years, it's always from the point of view of the good guys. This time, it's from the point of view of the minions of the enemies. And I will give some minor spoilers just to set up the world of what is going on in this series. So, basically, it's been 13 years since the aliens have invaded, and the Dragon Keepers, which are our Power Rangers, so to speak, in this, they actually defeated the main boss and villain after 1 year. So now they become like these guardians. They're beloved. Everyone, like, they have their own crew where they recruit people to be their support. They do a live show every Sunday where they defeat the monster of the week. So I see a sense of like satire there because of how the shows have run, but this is from the point of view of the minions because the minions now have an agreement with the Dragon Keepers where basically they come up with a monster every week, they defeat it, and then everyone's copacetic. The cool thing about the minions that are left over, they can actually transform and morph into whatever they want. So while the Dragon Keepers are like, oh, this monster this week is super terrible, and it could be this, and then all the minions have to decide who's going out there and what they're going to transform into to be defeated. And the way it works is when they're defeated, they don't die. They go back to their little floating base. Uh, they can be defeated. The Dragon Keepers have these like ultra weapons that can actually permanently defeat them, but they choose not to do it because hey, they're lucrative. They got the toy deals, they got the merch deals, they got the show sponsors, this and that. So they're just came. So in this sense, you see the Ranger team as kind of the villains of this because these poor minions and uh, the troopers, they're basically just fodder for them. They're not getting any of the rewards or benefits. They're just getting to exist. But the main plot of this is um, the soldier D, because they have letters, he's fed up with this. He's tired of it, and he's just like, you know what? I'm going to take him out. And because they can shape shift and transform, he decides to kind of take it upon himself to actually fight back against them. And then he decides the best way to do it is infiltrate from the inside. So he can morph into looking like a human, and he actually joins the recruitment process to be a part of their support group so he can take them out. I love that. That's all I'm saying about the story. I think that's really good. It's very entertaining. There is some comedy elements to it. The artwork, there are times where it's very bland, I guess, but it's still really good to read. I think they're still building so much world and all the characters in the first volume that hopefully going into volume two and everything else, it gets some of those strings and those strands kind of come together to give us a payoff and more depth to it. Obviously, it has been out since February in Japan. It's now serialized. Volume 7 just came out in Japan, so we're getting volume 2 in December. So it is kind of a little bit, obviously there's behind because they got to translate it, but I think it's going to go on for quite some time. I could see this because it is the writer and creator of Quintessential Quintuplets. I could see this getting an anime. Quintessential Quintuplets, I really enjoyed the anime. I'm enjoying what I read for the manga. I finished the first 7 volumes. Really good characters. He's really good at writing individual characters and giving them distinct personalities away from each other, which he shows with the Dragon Keepers. They all have very distinct personalities and what they want in the world, and just what they're really after. So I think this is easily going to get an anime for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if around Volume 2 is released, we get some sort of announcement about it. It would make sense. But as of right now, I will say go check out Go Go Loser Rangers, or Ranger singular. Uh, Very entertaining. I'm like I said, I try to avoid as much spoilers as possible because I don't like spoiling manga or anime really, which is why I kind of stopped reviewing anime. I do want to talk about at some point some of the other Toku inspired manga because there are so many. But this one, just the second I bought it, I was like, oh, I'm sold. Like, I just read it all in one sitting. I just read it a second time before doing the video because I was like, oh, let me brush up on what I want to talk about. And then I was like, well, I don't want to do a full spoiler. I may, around the time when Volume 2 comes out and I review that, I may go back and do a deeper dive into actual plot points of Volume 1 in a separate video. But yeah, if you go check out, that's online. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, who just had a crazy deal for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I have some boxes coming full of manga from them. I don't know where I'm gonna put them because, oddly enough, Go Go Loser Ranger was my 200th volume of manga I purchased this year, and that's a lot of manga. So my collection in California is pretty big because obviously when I moved out here, I didn't bring everything. I have a manga collection back home on the East Coast as well, in boxes, which I will grab at some point. But if you have not checked out Go Go Loser Ranger, go check it out. If you have, let me know in the comments below what you think of this. As a fan of Quintessential Quintuplets, I can already tell he's going to handle the balance of the different characters really well, like he did in that. I've already, I could already tell that we're not really going to get a lot to it. There's a lot of dialogue in this, a lot of world building and setting up everything. And hopefully, and by the end of volume 1, by the way, there's something crazy that happens, which I was like, damn, we're already getting that in volume 1. I can only imagine where this is going to go from here. But let me know what you think of Go Go Loser Ranger in the comments below. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Let me know if you any other Toku inspired manga that I haven't listed that might be around that I should check out. I'm always open to checking out new manga and reading new manga. And yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'm going to be doing a lot more manga reviews and overviews because I really want to go through my collection a little bit more, especially the Yokai Watch ones because I'm a huge Yokai Watch fan. But with that being said, I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.